morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody today? There's quite a few of you here already. I don't think I'm late. I'm definitely not early. Just had a panic attack because my laptop turned itself off again. So, fun times. Box is here. I am too early. Hello, peeps. Hello. Oh, I've just sent an email to say I've gone live. Well, that's good. And I've got my cursor hovering over where the battery says if it's charging or not. So I just need to remember to check that every now and again to make sure that it is. Because we all know my battery on my laptop is not happy. Not happy. Anka says hello. Hello. Yannick says hello. Good morning. All good morning. Jojo says good morning. Happy Sunday. Good morning. Joker Clear says, woohoo, the early morning club is here. Lol, good morning. And Debbie is here. Good morning. MJB says evening all. Hello. How is everybody? I am cutting out some interfacing for the retreat bags that I am going to be sewing up today because I would like to try and get one kind of made up like half and half, so like the lining's made up, the outer's made up, and then that way I've got inners and outers to show everybody. And I'm not like overly precious about what stage I get them to today, but I have made this bag in a day before, so I am not overly worried about this. Everything else for the retreat is done and ready for you guys to arrive tomorrow. What time are you leaving, Debbie? Yeah, I need to just drop off a few little things to Fox Hills this afternoon, but honestly, it's kind of very chilled. I feel like I've missed something because there's not like a mad panic, but it's kind of a nice feeling. Not that there usually is like a mad panic or any reason for a mad panic before the retreats. Like I don't know. Maybe I've done enough now that I'm happy with how everything goes, and they all run really well because, I mean, Fox Hills was amazing last time. So, you know, I haven't got the stress of a new venue, and you'll be pleased to know, Debbie, you have a square table. Circular tables last time were quite the challenge, but yes, you have a square table this time. So yeah, it's all good. Joker Clay says the Coos also said to say hello. Hi, Coos. Carmen says morning all. Good morning. Unique says I'm doing well and sewing away at the Deer and Doe My Sotus dress. Ooh, nice. I love that dress on everybody else. I did not like it on me, but never mind. Danny's here. Morning. Haven't caught a live for ages. Hope you're doing well, Sean. Very well, thank you. How are you? I'm just trying to play adult Tetris for interfacing this morning, and it's going okay so far. I've got a few little bits and pieces left to cut out. I was trying to get most of it done before I came down, or before you guys came on, so that you didn't have to watch me cutting out interfacing. But I've got a few little bits left to do, and then I've got the kits to make up because that's all arrived. Did have a small panic. I ordered the kits with plenty of time, and I checked on the tracking on the postage, and it says yes, everything will arrive with you on the 3rd of May, which is next Friday, which is the third penultimate sewing day of the retreat. And I was just like, there is absolutely no way that we can do without the kits until then. We need hardware. I was like, oh my goodness. So I was like, right, it's not the end of the world. I can ring So Hot, have everything in stock. It will cost more and I'll end up with a bunch of kits that I don't need, but it will be fine because that way everybody has what they pay for. I was like, panic. And I ordered it with plenty of time. over a month's worth of time, and it just, for some reason, Canada Post was just like, haha, let's give you a heart attack. And I checked the I saw this on one night, and I was like, okay. So I woke up, and I was planning all evening. I was like, right, let's make a contingency plan. So, you know, the worst happens and it doesn't arrive by, let's say, Tuesday morning at the earliest, because realistically we can do the lining without any hardware because everyone's bringing their own zip. I was like, yeah, no, we can do the lining, it's fine. So it's got till like Wednesday afternoon to arrive, and if it hasn't arrived by then, I will have already like ordered from So Hot, and I will have it from So Hot. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. So, you know, I was having a panic, and then I was looking through the Canada Post thing the next morning, and it was like, yeah, it's out for delivery today. It's like, why you do this to me? So panic over, all the hardware is here, and I'm going to sort it out this afternoon into kits for everybody. And the little bit of interfacing that I have included in the kit, the Decoville Heavy, that's all cut out and already ready. So that's something off the to-do list. And I'm going to be taking a bunch of different weights of interfacing to the retreat. Like, I've told everyone to get Pell on SF 101 or equivalent. And depending, because lots of people are using lots of different fabrics. I've got some people using faux leather, some people using real leather. I think there's a couple of all fabric bags. And we will have different interfacing needs for different fabrics. My complaint with the pattern is that they just said medium weight interfacing, and then leave you to kind of interpret what medium weight interfacing is, which I think is a little bit lazy, because this day and age, they're, you know, like, you can use a interfacing and then either make up a comparison chart yourself or link to a comparison chart for interfacing that's available worldwide. So yeah, the medium weight interfacing I did think was a little bit lazy of a comment to use. I also do acknowledge that I am very spoiled, because I've used Erica from Lavender and Twine's patterns, and she does do all the hard work for you. She does all the different bag combinations. So she'll do, like, she doesn't do leather ones, but she does do faux leather, canvas, all fabric. She does all those different ones in her testers that she does. And then she has a bunch of, I'm not saying that Shambhala don't have testers, because I know that they do, but you know, she does all the hard work for you, which is amazing. So I have been a little bit spoiled by Erica with the interfacing combinations that she's pre-tested for you. But that does make me feel slightly better about putting out Sew Along for this bag, because I can bring something to the table. It's not just me reading out the instructions, as I have had comments on my previous Sew Alongs. I do get some people comment on the Sew Alongs along the lines of, oh, you're just reading out the instructions and then, like, saying what to do, and then you don't actually show sewing. And it's like, okay, but if you need me to show you how to sew in a straight line, like, if there's any tips or tricks I can offer for, like, when I do bias binding, or the continuous lap, for example, like, I do show close-ups of sewing that, because I think I've got something to offer in the way that gets sewn, or the way that I'm using the foot or my hands, or, you know, positioning stuff. Like, I will show those close up, because that's not just sewing a straight line. That's, you know, there's some technique in going on, you know, on camera kind of thing. But if you need me to show you how to sew a straight line, then I'm not the channel for you. And you might not want to be doing some of the sew alongs that I put out, because they're not, I mean, none of them are hard, like, ever, but you know, I'm not doing like couture level sewing or anything, and I'm not trying to say that I am, but if you need me to show you how to sew a straight line, you probably want a different channel. It's like the 8145. I got a comment on that one that was just saying a sew along with no actual sewing in it. That's not very helpful. And it's like, okay, but I do actually put sewing in it, and I do show you close-ups of me sewing in certain parts where, again, there's a technique to sewing something. But the majority of the ones where I was reading out the instructions, like the beginning of the sew along was me complaining about the sizing on the pattern and the amount of ease in it, and showing you how to alter the pattern and pick a size that's going to give you something that looks like the pattern envelope. And then how to, yeah, so like to tweak the pattern, to take bits off, and, you know, like changing the pattern to make it look like it would be the pattern envelope. And then, yes, the rest of it, the instructions on that were, I thought, quite clear. So I read it out and kind of like, you know, showed bits pinned. But if you really, really need me to show you something being sewn in a straight line, oh yeah, I mean, I know I've been pissing a lot of people off recently. So you know what? I mean, I've been pissing a lot of people off for years now. So you know, my thoughts and feelings on things have been annoying people for a long time. But it is what it is, and yeah, again, nobody's forcing anyone to watch anything, so they don't have to watch stuff if they don't want to. I would say I don't have to read things if I don't want to, but unfortunately, like, I don't have an editor that I can pay to kind of like pre-read comments and stuff like you don't sew showing in a straight line. So yeah, I do have to kind of see some of that, but you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? And you deal with things in different ways. I wasn't going to talk about any of that today, but I don't know even how I got onto that. Sorry. Another mini rant. Oh dear. I have taken my vitamins off camera today for the person that annoyed, or for the couple of people that annoyed. I just did it on camera last week because I was running really late and I hadn't scheduled the hangout, so I didn't want to not start at the regular time and then have people check and be like, oh, she's not doing one today, and then not come back. So, you know, I didn't think it would be a big deal me taking 5 vitamins on camera. And I did say they were vitamins, but that annoyed people. So that's why that one's private. Because it was right at the beginning, and I can go back in and edit Hangouts, but I don't want to. That's a lot of work. And I already do a lot of work. I'm not going to add to the workload. Sorry, guys. I am really excited about tomorrow. Honestly, I'm not going to be on a downer the entire day. It's been one of those weeks. It has been one of those weeks, and it's just one of those things that happens every now and again. So yes. Debbie says that she's getting the 9:30 train from Ashford. Nice. I'm so excited to see everyone. It's going to be so much fun. We've got a week. We've got a whole week. I've already got plans for Thursday because kind of I kind of expected people to be like, oh, what are we going to do on Thursday? And I know Lynn has got Lynn and Debbie have got an appointment in the morning with Nicola at Fox Hills, and then Lynn's going for a facial in the afternoon. So we're going to try and work it around depending on what time Lynn's appointment is. But I was thinking, if the weather's nice, there's a really nice walk along the seafront from Shanklin to Sandown, and I was thinking there's a place called Finn's Beach Cafe in the middle of that. So I was thinking maybe we could have like a wander down and have maybe some of their waffles or pancakes or something at Finn's Beach Cafe, because that looks really nice. And the one time that I wanted to go, walked there, and it's on the Esplanade, but it's at the bottom of a cliff, so you have to walk there. I got there and they were closed for the day. I was like, no. It's halfway between the two, so it's just underneath lake. So yeah, if the weather is nice, I thought that could be quite fun. And also, I know Nimaway and Yvonne can't go to the Stitching Elmers on the Monday because they've got to head straight off. And so the lovely ladies from the Stitching Elmers messaged me yesterday and just said, oh, when are you going to come? Is it the Monday or the, let us know so that we can, because Monday's obviously a bank holiday and they'd have to open up for us. So I will find out what everyone wants to do. But we're going up to Brading for a Sunday lunch on the Sunday at 3:00. So I was thinking that maybe we could either go on the Thursday, which they wouldn't have to open specially for us if we can work it around Lynn, or we could go on the Sunday, because we're already kind of on the way up there on the Sunday for the Sunday lunch. So yeah. Caroline says happy Sunday. Hello. Darcy says good morning, peeps. Good morning. Joker Clear says Canada Post does that to everyone. Lol. I swear they spend time specifically searching for all my important mail and then sending it to me via multiple global cities just for kicks and giggles. It's nice to know that your mail is better traveled than you, right? That's a good thing. Glad it's not just me. Joker Clear says, Darcy, how goes the citrus? Darcy says, Sean, you have been very clear about what you are showing in your sew-alongs. People who are looking for a reason to be annoyed because they're actually hungry. They're actually hungry. You can't shove one in their mouth. Yeah. I'm tooting my own horn here, but I mean, I talk about the negative stuff quite often, so why not talk about some of the positive comments I received? But somebody did say that this 9076 is like a masterclass, and it's just like, oh, that's so nice. We've talked about it before, like how the human brain is just like, there's a million positive comments and one negative. What am I going to focus on? The negative. Lollapalooza says, morning all. Opinions are like butts. Everyone has one. We love you just the way you are. Thank you. Yannick says, honestly, I like your streamlined style sew-alongs. I saw no point in seeing a straight line even when I was a beginner. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. But I love, so somebody who does show some of their stitching is Bianca. And like I say, I show some of mine too when I think I've got something to add to the conversation on it. But I love Bianca's one because she makes it very cinematic and then she voiceovers her entire thing. I do mine differently. I do the voiceover at the same time that I'm filming, just because that's, like how I like to do it, and that's how she likes to do hers. And I'm not saying mine is better or worse than hers, or there isn't like a winner in that scenario or that comparison. But I really enjoy seeing the sewing because her machine's beautiful. She's got the lighting set up just so. Usually she's using shiny fabric, so it's really fun to watch. And that's sped up as well. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I love that. And I do enjoy watching that, but that's usually because there's a voiceover going on over the top. And, it's aesthetically pleasing. Like my sewing room realistically is quite clinical. I've all the colours added by all the stuff that's in it, but the room itself is white and grey. So, like not overly exciting or enthralling. But yeah, I also don't have two cameras, and I don't, well, I mean, technically I actually do have two cameras, but I don't want to have to deal with two cameras worth of footage. I like the chronological order that I have from the footage that I film on my camera and then import into my editing software. Um, it works for me. Like, you know, I've been doing this for a while now, and I've got like a workflow together about how things are done for my sew-alongs. And yeah, and again, I just, you know, like for me, that's how I like and want to do it. And I'm not saying that I'm right, and I'm not saying mine is the only way, because it's not. And like, obviously other people do theirs differently, and that's awesome. And you kind of like find somebody who does something the way that works for you, and you're just like, ah, yes, I get this. This makes sense to me, and you stick with that person. But yeah, if you want to see straight sewing in a straight line, I am not that person. I dyed my hair yesterday, and I let it air dry, and so I've got comedy hairline. It's not that bad this side, but this side's very comedy hairline, and um, it's super fluffy as well. Super fluffy. Don't really need to interface this piece, but I've got a piece of interface and it's kind of the right size, so. Right, there's a little bit missing off the chop, but that, you know, that's not the end of the world, so. That's never going to get seen because it's actually going to get sewn in that way, and the red pandas are going that way. So yeah, that's never going to be seen. Excuse me. Right. Let's catch up with the chat. And Debbie says, I am too. I think that's excited about the retreat. Darcy says, Joker please, I have some limes on the tree. Nice. Joker please says, I'm sensing a pie in the works. Darcy, key lime pie? Kiwi lime pie. Sorry, that's a very oblique Friends reference. Darcy says, we do coconut creme brulee instead of pie in this house. Ooh, that sounds good. Jojo says, well, we all know my feelings on Aegis, but personally, vitamins or not, thanks for doing a little bit towards normalising tablet taking in public for the folk who can't function without tablets. I mean, yeah, honestly, one of the comments was like, are you not getting enough attention? Why are you taking pills at the beginning of your video? Are you not getting enough attention? It's like, I mean, they're vitamins, and I genuinely didn't see the problem. Like I say, I've taken them off camera now because I was just like, yeah, but that's a very good point, Jojo. Like, there are some people that have to have those every day of their lives. So yeah. Yeah. Joker Clee says, that sounds like a fabric idea too. Lol, pie and ramekins of creme brulee on striped background. Actually, that would make an awesome shirt dress. Beverly says, oh my gosh, if you piss people off, then that's their problem, not yours, hun, and just ignore them. The videos and sew-alongs you do are great. I watch your channel all the time, so please keep them coming. Although the sew-alongs and the videos will keep coming, I promise. But it's I've said this before. In theory, I know to not pay attention to it, but it's a lot easier said than done when it's en masse. Yeah, so you know, logically, 100% agree with you. Emotionally, I am not there, but I really didn't mean to talk about this today. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Darcy says coconut cream doesn't curdle with the citrus. Oh, and it's a challenge to see the positive. And Darcy says to Joe, please design the fabric and it will be glorious. It will be. Joker Clee says, well, I can definitely say right now that all this sewing talk has me hungering for bacon, lol. Specifically bacon, egg, and cheese pie. That sounds delicious. Michelle says, good morning, peeps. How are my favourite Sunday hangout peeps? Very well, thank you. How are you? Darcy says the red pandas are glorious and you're allowed to vent to us. Box says, oh my gosh, what would be offensive about taking vitamins? I think I understand people less and less. I think one of the things that's happening is that because the internet's, I said I'm going to move on and we're not, but I think one of the things that's happening is that because of the internet, there are lots of more people coming across other people that they otherwise never would have seen before. And I think something that it's a phenomenon, but I think one of the things that's happening is that you have these what are called parasocial relationships with people that you see on the internet because they show you a very small slice of their life, and you kind of fill in the blanks yourself about that person. And so because you see certain parts of them that align with your belief system or the things that you think, and when they do something that's contra or counter to the the bits that you've filled in. So Box says, sorry if you're bad writing, my love. If I tried to write anything in Portuguese, it would go horribly wrong. I think I've got it right that you're from Portugal. Please tell me I haven't got it wrong and I've just offended you. The fact that you can write as well as you do in English is amazing to me. The fact that all bilingual or trilingual or multilingual people can write English and as well as they do just astounds me. Two of the people come into the retreat, English is not their first language. I have very little German. They speak great English and it's going to be really interesting. But yeah, no worries at all. And yes, the Rose Cafe bustier for the House of CB dress that you like. You're right. I'm writing from Little Portugal. Oh, that's good. I got it right. I thought you were in Portugal, but I suddenly thought, oh gosh, I haven't offended you, have I? What was I saying? Yeah. So I do the same thing. Like I fill in the blanks of people I watch online. I'm kind of like, they've said this, and this, which must mean they also think this, and this because I do. And when they say something counter to it jars a little, and it's one of those things you're like, oh. And sometimes it's like, okay, well, like everyone's entitled to their opinions, and I can live with somebody who's got a different opinion to me, or it's like, no, that really doesn't align with my values and my views, so now I'm annoyed with you. And it's like, that's okay too, completely. But it's just a weird phenomenon that since the internet has opened up the world so much more, is occurring much more. And like we have way more access to other people's lives than even if you don't have like a YouTube channel, but you have an online, there's not very many people these days that don't have some kind of online presence. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So I've got this bag cut out. And I'm going to get it made up. And then I actually have like half another bag cut out because I was going to just completely redo the first one that I made, but I've managed to make it work. So currently I have an example of too little interfacing, too much interfacing. Hopefully this is going to be the Goldilocks of interfacing for this bag. But I've got hardware kits for 2 more bags. And I bought myself two of the other retreat attendees have gone from the matte black kit, and I was really intrigued. So Mum and I have got a matte black kit each. Mum's making a bag at the moment out of some black fabric we got from Minerva and her coat fabric that she made her Lezon knot trench coat up in, because she had some leftovers and she likes it, so she wants to make a bag. So she's got a matte black kit because, like I mentioned, or did I mention earlier? No, I did that. That was in the Patreon waffle, which is coming out this afternoon. I haven't filmed anything this week for Patreon, so I started that today. Sorry. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. So I've got 2 more kits, and I've got a rainbow kit, which I do think I'm going to use with the faux leather that I've cut out, but I don't know what to use as the it's this bag. So I'd cut out all the faux leather again to actually make this bag. So all the faux leather pieces were cut out of this because I thought this faux leather would go really nicely with this one. But then I got this faux leather in, and obviously this one looks amazing. So this is the too little interfacing bag. This is the too much interfacing bag. But I have a whole set of the faux leather for this. And I love how it looks with the rainbow hardware. So I want to make a different bag. And I'm trying to think what I put where the Harris tweed is on this bag. I'm trying to think what kind of print I want to use there. And I'm going to use the rainbow hardware kit with that one. But then I've also got matte black. And I'm thinking I might do it with my mustard Mora leather and then some actual mustard suede I've got. So make this part suede and these parts suede. I think that could look really cool with the black, because it's not like a really in your face hardware bag. I don't particularly like handmade labels on bags. I don't really like labels on any kind of a bag, like designer or otherwise. So I tend not to ever buy them and put them on, or if I do, I put them on the inside. So there isn't a lot of hardware on it. So I'm thinking maybe the matte black with the mustard yellow would look quite pretty, I think. What do you guys think? Let's catch up with the chat again. Let's see. Ready V says hi. Hello. Joker Clear says, if I met someone who believed the exact same things I did, chances are I'd run screaming in the other direction. Lol. Box says, oh my gosh, that dress from House of CB. I ordered Tool to try and make it. I'm really excited to see how that comes out because it is an absolutely beautiful dress. I really want the Rose Cafe bustier thing because I do want to do the same thing. I love those dresses. I'm just a little bit worried because I've got quite big boobs, and I'm just worried that like an actual, because that's where the underwire on my bra is. So I'm just a bit worried that if I made that kind of House of CB cupped dress, it's going to be quite a lot. I mean, obviously it's a lot of boob now. Sorry, who had Sean touches her boobs on their bingo card for today's hangout. But yeah, I know I've got, this is a well-fitted dress, so they're kind of there. But I don't know. Like I'm just thinking, like in a cupped dress, that could be quite a lot. Could be quite a lot. So yeah. Darcy says, I get annoyed with opinions, but it's not a them problem, it's a me challenge. Yeah, exactly. Because I keep saying everyone is entitled to their opinion, and they really, really are, even if they don't agree with me. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. I am not always right. And I am quite often wrong. But yeah, it's yeah. Vox says, I have a wedding next month and I am using it as an excuse to make an extravagant dress. Oh, definitely. That's a brilliant excuse. I was actually looking at embroidered tulle last night because the Vogue pattern that won in the latest Patreon vote, I really want to make it with a tulle overlay. I have got one that might work. but I'm not sure. But it is black and purple, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the right fabric or not. We'll see. We'll see. I've only got 3 meters of it, and it's not one that I can get any more of either. Darcy says, in other words, I don't post mean comments about people that I don't know or that I do know. Yeah, I mean, there's that thing that goes around saying that if you put yourself out there, then you've got to expect um, the mean comments. And I massively oppose that. I don't think that that is fair. I don't think that anyone shares anything that they do, whether they're super, super, super famous or, teeny tiny, tiny like Instagram account like me. Like nobody shares the stuff that they've made thinking, oh, I know, I want to get criticized by people I don't know. Um, and I just think the mentality that, oh, you put yourself online, you should expect it. I think that is a victim blaming kind of, not that the person is a victim because they have willingly put themselves up online, but just had a text from Royal Mail saying they can't deliver a parcel because of insufficient postage. I'm not expecting anything. I think that might be a scam. Yeah, the underlining thing is like, people, please just be kind to people. You can think anything you like, but if you're giving unasked for criticism on people, especially over a long period of time, it can be um, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. Let's see, what did I get to? Caroline says, I would love to understand why they think they can just hit end and go, why they can't just hit end and go away. Why do they force themselves to keep watching whoever they are watching? I mean, that's another thing. Like, there's a whole website dedicated to people who put their hate comments in one place on threads of different people that put themselves up online. And it's not a nice place to be, and they are super, super critical of people. And I mean, I suppose at least they're doing it to other people who have the same opinions, but it is online for everybody to see, and I think that's unnecessary. And the amount of people that are like, oh, well, I really don't like this person, but I'm just hate watching at this point because I just want to get riled up. And it's just like, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, there was, I think I've talked about this quite a few times. I think there's a influencer that I followed for a very long time, who I very much enjoyed her style. And this was back before kind of like the blogging really became the norm for those kind of channels. It used to be like, oh, this is the new in-season stuff, and here's what I've bought, here's what I'm going to keep, here's what I'm going to send back, here's how I'll style what I've kept. And now it's much more a look into their lives. And it's the same thing. Like, I watched this person and I filled in the blanks from my perspective on the things that she'd said. And I was just like, oh, we align in so many ways. This is great. And then when she started showing more of her, like, behind the scenes and her lifestyle, it's like, oh, actually, no, we don't. And that's fine. And she is who she is, and I'm who I am. And I was just like, I don't like certain aspects of this content because of X, Y, or Z. And it was just like, okay. And rather than tell this person, oh, you've pissed me off, or you've changed, or you've done all these things, it was just like, you're annoying me now. And I don't want to watch, my free time is precious. So I don't want to watch something that's annoying me. I want to watch things that I enjoy. And, I unfollowed. And every now and again, I will go back and have a look because she will post some really pretty dress. And I'm just like, oh, that's so pretty. And I can look at the dress and I can go, that's amazing. Where did you get that from? Thank you for telling me. And not watch the rest of the content because I know that the things that she says are going to annoy me because we don't have the same kind of, you know, views, values, and alignment, and it's fine. Like, she's not hurting anyone. I'm not hurting anyone. So yeah, you know, it's the people that are just, like you say, forcing themselves to watch something that annoys them. I just don't understand. Like you say, Caroline, I just don't understand. I don't understand why people do that to themselves. It just, if you know you're going to get riled up by somebody, just say thanks and move on, I think. But again, that's me. Joker Clee says, you need an excuse to sew an extravagant dress. Don't, lol. You should be sewing it regardless, lol, unless your banker is breaking out in a strange dress, so maybe hold off a month or so. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm going to the dressmaker's ball, and I'm going to refashion a dress. I'm still going to have to buy a bunch of stuff for it, so it's not going to be a cheap project because I want to beat the crap out of it, and it's going to be lace and silk. But yeah, I'm going to refashion a dress. I'm really excited about that one. And I've got my evening dress complete, and I've hemmed it. Debbie was at the hangout on Wednesday. I was like, yeah, I might be rocking up to the gala dinner at the treat in an unhemmed dress. I've hemmed it. I'm feeling well proud of myself. I did a real rush job on the lining, and then I've hemmed it so it's at least an inch shorter than the dress. So that might need re-leveling at some point. But the outer dress is perfect. So yeah. Glenda says, beautiful bags. What pattern is that? It's the Dulcinea from Shambhala bags, and there will be a sew along on the channel in May for you, possibly featuring the yellow with black hardware, as I mentioned. Yes. Let's see. Vox says to Joker Clears, you're right. Yannick says, the banker is breaking out in a strange rash, made me choke on my cranberry juice. I'm sure mine is after my Mood Fabric 20% off sale order yesterday. I went into town yesterday and I bought myself the largest bottle of perfume, the perfume that I wear that they do, which was incredibly expensive. But it was also the cheapest per 100 mils. So, you know, it's value for money. But, oh, expensive. But they also had a discount running as well. So, yeah. But I've literally used all my perfumes up this year. And I ran out about 3 weeks ago. And it's been really weird not wearing perfume because I always wear perfume. And like I said, I was using all the ones that I had left over. And they've all gone now. So it's not like, it's, you know, I like wearing perfume because I like the scent of it, but also I have a specific scent that I wear all the time, and a few people have bought me something different over the years. One of them was one that somebody bought me like 10 years ago, and I was just like, okay, I'll use it, and then I can have my my Black Orchid back. So yeah, I went and bought myself Black Orchid yesterday, and now my bank manager's like, oh, wow, what was that? To the point where even my credit card was just like, nope. I was like, but there's enough money on there. And they locked my pin because I got my pin wrong in the co-op a week before, and so the pin had been locked. So I'm like, I'm just like at the counter, like, oh yeah. She's like, oh, bougie lady, expensive perfume. I'm like, oh no, put the credit card in. It's like declined. It's like, no. So I had to ring the bank and then go to the cash point to unlock my pin number and then come back and buy it. And I, like, a different lady served me, but I made sure to be like, thank you so much to the lady that had served me, because I was like, thank you for spending the amount of time with me that you did, but also because she let me smell a couple of other ones, because I was thinking about maybe changing and trying something different. But the minute I smelled this, I was just like, no, that's mine. And then also I was just like, to be like, thanking her for her time, but also like, I could afford it, I promise. It was one of those things where it's like, no. Miss Crystal says, hi, happy to catch a live video. Hello, welcome. Glenda says, matte black with yellow is beautiful. Just made a bag with that. Ooh, nice. Joe Cleese takes a shot. Rim says, hi, Sean, how are you? What did I miss? I'm wishing you an amazing time at the retreat. Thank you. Darcy says, critical comments are fine if they are offering something to the conversation. Agreed. Constructive criticism is incredibly difficult to write. I mean, and context is very difficult to get from written text, especially from somebody that you don't know very well. Criticism on every video for 7 years, or every comment offered on a video for 7 years, is a lot. It's a lot. Petter says, why? Mean comments just mean. I wish everyone thought it is true. It is kind. Is it necessary before opening their mouths or putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboards? Agreed. Lollapalooza says, about 20 years ago, I had a pink winter coat, pink purse, and a pink wallet, and a random shopkeeper said, wow, you really like pink. And I took it as an insult. Oh no. It took me 20 years to put anything pink into my wardrobe and realize that who the frick cares what a random person thinks. I like pink. Yeah, definitely. Pink. I love pink as well. I've not got a lot of pink in my wardrobe, but I do like it. I don't think I wore it very often because I had the red hair. It was like I didn't have a lot of red in my wardrobe either, but I love red. But obviously black hair now, or Superman blue hair. Honest. But no roots, which is nice because they were getting a little bad again. Lisa's here. Hi, Sean. Hi, everyone. Hello. Mim says, don't give those people too much room in your life. They aren't worth it. No, again, like, certain times and for certain things, totally, 100%. But they're, like other times, the intrusive thoughts can take over. So, yeah, we're all out. Well, I'm definitely my own worst enemy for sure. Darcy says, but if they're just being mean, then they aren't offering anything. No, agreed. Lollapalooza says, I've read that one. Lisa says, I got 3 new foster cats yesterday, all young but used for repeated breeding and very thin. The youngest, 18 months old, is pregnant with her 4th litter of. Oh gosh! Oh, bless her! Oh, that no. Why? How can people just be just? Everyone's worrying about the human race, the population decrease, and the human race is going to die out because like nobody's having babies and stuff anymore. And it's like maybe that's a good thing. En masse, we're not great. Individually, no, that's not fair either. Like en masse, we can be amazing. We can like do huge acts of kindness en masse, but yeah, again, this is a very good insight into how my brain is at the moment. My brain is not being a nice place to be at the moment. Darcy says, if you like pink, wear pink. Yes. Lena says, hello, lovely shining peeps. Hello. Darcy says, Lisa, you have such a good heart. Poor kitten. I know. Mara says, being mean and cruel is not okay, ever. Not in person, not online. End of story. Agreed. Lisa says to Darcy, I feel really honoured that I can help them. They haven't stopped eating since they got here. In the middle of setting up a birthing room for Ariel now. Oh, bless. Peter says, one of my favourite bits from the film Funny Face is Think Pink. If you haven't watched it, it's a lovely classic film to Lollapalooza. I love Funny Face. I love Funny Face so much. It's one of my favourites. Darcy says, I have been in my intensive outpatient therapy for over 2 months now and have been shutting off all of the overwhelming content. Nice. Jane says, morning all, have been reading Big Dress Energy about psychology of clothes. Very interesting. Anyone else read it? I haven't even heard of it. I will check that out. Debbie says, yay to a hem dress. I know, right? Who knew? Jojo says, hate watching is such a weird pastime. Why do you want to willingly make yourself angry? Absolute loon pants. Yes. Casey Shaw says, my husband is thrilled since I've been following you. I've had a going dull. I've had a rut going dull colours and plain clothing. I've added some new bright florals and some new fun designs. He says I make it. He'll get me seen. I'm sorry, I am fumbling over my words there. Yeah, like I find great joy in dressing up, as you guys know. I think one of the things I've been doing over the last couple of weeks when depression's been really kicking my butt has been slobbing around in my ill-fitting and very baggy PJs and like the free t-shirts that you get with your Huel order or from the knitting and stitching show, like the free baggy things that I've kind of collected and I kind of use as like scruffs. And I've been living in that for the last couple of weeks. And it's definitely affected my mood. I definitely feel like this morning I was totally going to get up and put on something similar. And I was like, nope, put on a dress. golden dress, and I really like it. So yeah, just noticed that my shirt's been a bit crushed. No. Yes. Darcy says it's true. It is necessary. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? A good thing to ask yourself before you put words outside of your brain. Yes. And hello to Elena as well. Jokingly says, do I need to get you an inflatable hammer for taking out your questions at humanity? Lol. I actually kind of like the idea of one of those, like, you know, rooms where you can go and actually hit things with a baseball bat. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. It'll either be really cathartic or actually kind of scary. But I've seen, like, I think they're called rage rooms, aren't they? They look quite fun. So I'll have to have a look and see if there's one on the island. Darcy says, I'm adding that book to the list. Vox says, I have the biggest respect for and admiration for people who are able to foster. Saying goodbye to them would be totally break my heart. Me too. I don't know that I could do it. I would have a lot of foster fails. Yeah. Elena says, hello to Darcy. I did sleep a bit today. This is good. Sleep is good. Right. Let's stop waffling and get this bit cut out because I've been waffling for 51 minutes. It's a lot of waffle. It's a lot of waffle. I've got these two last bits to cut out, and then I've got the handle that definitely needs to be interfaced because it's a fabric handle. I think, does the denim have any stretch in it? I've gone across the width of the fabric. No, it doesn't have any stretch in it, but I think I would rather just play it safe and interface the handle because that is going to be better than not. And I got this denim from Minerva, so I probably could get more in this exact colorway. But I don't really want to have to. Mind you, they send out 10 centimeter cuts, don't they? So maybe if I needed to redo the handle, I could get a 10 centimeter cut. Make that into a handle. In my head, that would allow me to cut a 4-inch wide handle. Am I right? 10 centimeters equate to 4 inches. Oh, almost exactly. Yes, it would be perfect. So, you know, if this goes horribly, horribly wrong. Oh! I always laugh at my dad when he jumps like that far in the air when the door opens. I had no clue that you were coming. I didn't hear the gate open or anything. Mum is like this stealthy thing though. She even manages to put rivets in without making them click, which is a talent. Is it? Yes. Oh. She tells you it's not because she never knows I've done it. No, because it should be theoretically impossible, but yeah. Jake Clee says, "Hi, Mom." Yeah, you've realised you guys are going out for dinner tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah. But I'll be there in the afternoon. Yeah, that's all right. I bought you dinner, Mum. Oh. I'm in trouble. No, I shall meet him to greet. This is good. Well, there's cake for that. Mm. No, she's making a keto cake. Oh, keto cake. Yeah. Wonderful. Because there's 3 of us. Right home. Me, you, and new Lynn. Because we've got 2 Lynns coming. Oh gosh. So how are we going to manage them? I don't know. We'll have to ask them on the day. Yeah. I think that's too much. That one I could use again. But that won't show up the cats as well. No, I think you need something like one of your boutiques. That's what I kind of thought. Orange. Orange, good. Yeah, I don't know if there's enough on this one. Sure. There's one I just cut out. Yeah, that one. No. Yeah. I think it would look really nice. It's not a huge amount of these. It's a darker red. I mean, it doesn't have to be red. I just said red. But yeah. I think that actually would look really, really nice because it's the right orange. The dog wants to come in, but it's only because she knows that Mum's got biscuits. Yeah. She's now whining. Come in.
I enticed her. I said, I have biscuits.
And she's walked in and is immediately like, yep.
Where is it?
It's in your bed, but you've got to come say hi to Peeps.
Oh, it might. It's only that bit I need to do, isn't it? What is that bit?
Oh, baby. She coughs like this all the time.
She's a poor wee cough drop.
Yes, she's gone straight for her biscuit in her bed.
She's not a doll.
Oh, no. Oh. What's in there? What's this?
Oh, it's just gonna fit, I think.
Yeah. I think it's the right colour. For sure.
You got two.
What?
Was the one already in there?
There was one in there.
Oh. I just put another one in.
I think there was only one in there. There's one up there.
Oh yeah, no, she's just broken it up.
Overfeeding your dog. She's just got her front 2 feet in the bed as well. She's like, I'm not getting in the bed. I'm just going to make a mess of it. And then, yeah. Lisa says the 3 girls I have total 65 fosters I've had now. I have another foster, Mr. Boo, in my bedroom too. I just don't think I'll be able to give them back.
No, that's the trouble.
Like, nope, mine now.
That's what happened to my cousin Sally.
She was like, yes, I foster. No, I do not foster. Jokingly says, sorry?
She ended up with as a actual cat protection league person.
Yeah,
with all the cats in the garden. Properly built.
Jokingly says, except the runway silks and some of the upholstery fabric, the silks can top $75 a yard if you're not careful. Yeah, I have expensive tastes. Carol says, read the Hate Watchers. You must feel sorry for the bad childhood experience that they must have had if that feels comfortable. I mean, this is the thing. Like, again, you watch people online and you fill in, or you watch with anyone, you fill in the blanks that you don't know about them with stuff from your own personality and kind of like belief system, because that's the natural thing to do. So, it's just one of those things that, like, you don't know everybody's story and stuff. So, yeah. Anka says, Sean, I love the videos with Nicola on styling the shoes. Did you used to wear the solids from your capsule collection? Did you get used to wear the solids? I haven't actually been wearing any of that capsule collection. Like I said earlier, I've kind of just been living in my scruffs for the last 2.5-3 weeks. So I haven't really been putting any nice clothes on. Although, as I say, I've got a retreat starting tomorrow, so I can't turn up in my scruffs for that. So I shall be getting like fancily dressed. So yeah, I kind of, like Nicola said, the solid outfits were probably more of a safe option. No, they're mine. I'm using them.
You're talking.
I just tried to. Like the all white outfit, I probably would wear that one, but I want to make the waistcoat to go with it, and that's a video that's going to go up in May as well. So yeah, I do like them. Casey Shaw says, well, speaking from one who adopted a puppy recently from a foster, she has made my world bright and I love her to pieces. She is my soulmate pup. Thank you to all of the fosters. Elena says, but I need to finish your parcel today, so not sure if waking up at 2 p.m. is healthy. If you needed the sleep, apparently. So I find this really interesting. You know how everything's based around, like everyone needs 8 hours of sleep per night. Yeah. That study was done predominantly, if not exclusively, with men. Women need between 8 to 9 to 10 hours. Actually.
Oh, I never get that.
No. And a lot of medical studies and drugs and stuff like that have all been done with predominantly male, because women's bodies were too unpredictable. And so it made all these different researchers like, oh no, there's too many variables if we study with women, so let's just do it with men, because they're only like 50% of the entire population of the world. But yeah, no, women, it's been shown women actually do need more sleep, more than 8 hours of sleep. So the fact that we're all functioning on about that is impressive. Just think, if we've been getting those extra 2 hours of sleep for that long, we'd be running the world by now.
We are, aren't we?
No, Mother, we're not. It's in such a mess. It wouldn't be in this kind of a mess.
True. That's true.
There's
Who doesn't own up to this?
no. Are you done? You want to go out now? Okay, you can go out now. There's a thought experiment going around at the moment. Would you rather be alone and lost in a forest with a bear or a man?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And then they keep refining about the the bear.
Yeah.
And then would you rather be there with a dead bear or a
well, so I thought the interesting ones are when there's women asking men this, and they're like, I don't know, what do I know about the man? Nothing. You know nothing about the man. What do I know about the bear? Nothing. You know nothing about the bear. And then they're like, okay, and they ask their husbands or significant others, who would you rather have your daughter left alone in a forest with, a man or a bear? And they're horribly uncomfortable. And then they say, who would you rather have your daughter left alone with in a forest, a woman or a bear? And immediately the answer is a woman. Immediately. And it's really interesting.
Wow.
I mean, because they're not wrong.
No.
I think what's really funny is there's a bunch of guys who are getting really upset about this thought experiment. It's like, you will die if you get in a fight with a bear, and it's like, whoever said fight? Nobody said fight.
Yes.
There was no mention of fight.
No.
Just because that's your first go-to, there's no mention of fight. It's not fight a bear.
No.
It's
But a bear might fight you. Well, wouldn't it just have breakfast?
Well, there's also all these lovely videos of people showing like these giant. I think it's brown. Is it brown bears? No, black bears. Brown bears are the ones that you want to play dead. The black bears that you fight back. Because there's all these videos of these people with black bears coming onto their porch, and they're like, nope, and the bear's like, oh God, I'm so sorry, I'll go. Because the bears are more scared, remember that?
Really?
Yeah, because they're not mother bears, so they weren't trying to protect their young or anything. They were just bumbling around.
Yeah. Trying to steal.
Yeah. But then, I mean, there's also this video of this went out last year at some point. There's this video of this lady who is having a picnic in somewhere like Yellowstone Park. I don't know exactly where it was. But this giant black bear gets up onto the table and starts helping himself to the picnic. She's there with her kid, who's autistic, and she's having to hold on to her child and just be like, stay still, it's totally fine. The bear's far more interested in the food than it is them, because the food's not fighting back. They would.
Yeah.
And it's just a really interesting thought experiment, because there's a bunch of guys getting really upset about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, a bear will kill you and all the rest of it. And it's like, there's other guys going, well, you're kind of missing the point of the thought experiment, because the fact that women are telling you something and you're saying to them, no, you're wrong, the whole point is that you don't listen to the word no. That is women can tell you something and you're like, no, I know better.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
yeah. Well, you've got that stuff out. I have 2 more bits.
oh, because you already interfaced too.
I need to have a minute of these.
No, I've done that.
Have you? A black one?
Oh no, I haven't done that. I did the
interfacing.
interfacing.
Thank you. Very kind.
Yes.
Where's my black too? Oh my God. Yeah.
Right, I've got one more piece to cut out. Let's see and catch up with the chat. Darcy says, my husband wouldn't let any fosters leave. He was so angry about me finding a home for JJ, my last foster. It means that any other foster cats have to stay. Caroline says, yeah, 1 inch is 2.54 centimetres. Joker Clee says, hi, Mom. Lisa says, hi, Mum. Debbie says, hello, Jane. Jojo says, went to Dalston Mills this morning to order 3 meters of brown denim for the 18 themed jumpsuit. Somehow I have 25 meters of fabric being delivered. How did that happen? Any ideas, Peeps? No idea. Elena says, hi, Jane. Darcy says, morning, Mum. Jojo says, hello, Jane. Anka says, hello, Mum. Joker Clee says, new A-team or classic A-team? Fox says, hi to you, Mum. Debbie says to Jojo, I have no idea how that sort of thing happens. I do it myself. It's very strange. Darcy says to Jojo, when you get worried that you won't have enough fabric for your project so you can order a bit extra, is there a new A-team? There was a new A-team movie. I don't know if there's a new TV show. Joker Clee says, hi, Puppy. Caroline says, hi, Suze. Snuggle Pup. Debbie says, hi to Susie. Joker Clee says, yeah, the movie version of the A-team with Quentin, Rampage Jackson, and Liam Neeson. Darcy says, Susie is coughing. It's not good.
She's been doing it for a long time, and the vet said it was nothing to worry about. So it's just habit.
Yeah.
She has got a bit of a crackly chest, but she's an old lady.
She is an old lady. She is a very old lady.
It's
like she'll eat something and then cough. And we were worried that she got something stuck in her throat. We checked and there's nothing there. It's just
old age.
Yeah.
Sausage.
And it does get to a point where you're like, is going to be forcing medicine down her throat every day going to be...
Yeah, she just needs to be allowed to
just be
gently sign off.
Oh, God.
Oh, we got black. Sorry, I left black.
That's, yeah, it was all over the table. It's fine. Darcy says, Anya coughing, any coughing is a scary thing for her. The other two come to comfort her. Anya coughing is a scary thing for her. The other two come to comfort her. And to Joker Cleese, that one didn't make an impact on me. To the 18, the second 18 movie. Lisa says, I've been discussing kitten names with my CEO. Trevor, Malcolm, Percy, Elsie, and Florence are what we've come up with so far. And Brian. I like Brian for a cat. Yes. And Darcy says, Mum is right, you know, you're talking. Yeah. Lisa said, Darcy says to Lisa, Brian is always, as in always look on the bright side of life. Elena says, I did end my scroll of doom on YouTube around 7 a.m. Yeah, definitely sleeping in is a good idea then. Lisa says yes to Darcy for the bright side of life. So, Monty Python. Darcy says, perfect name for a kitten. Bvet says, hello, Sean and all from Australia. Starting my bedtime routine now. Lol, good evening. Darcy says, Elena, I took my evening gummy and fell asleep attempting to assist in moderating a chat on YouTube last night at 9. Jojo says to Joker, please, how very dare you? Obviously the original and the best, my Howlin' Mad jumpsuit. Melissa says, ciao Bella from Italy. Hello. Darcy says, so many people are upset with the information that you should treat women like people. Yeah. Elena says to Darcy, we're not allowed all the nice things around here. And Yannick says, the difference between what I intend to buy and what I walk away with is always astounding. Yeah. Whenever we go to like a fabric shop or a fair or something, it's just like, I have a budget and then I have what I'm actually going to spend. Whoops. Yes.
Actually, you're pretty good now.
Well, I try and go with like a plan.
Yeah, I have been there, which would just help.
Rather than just going and randomingly. Good grief, words are hard. Randomly, just going, oh my god, it's that pretty, I need it. Although, like that one year I went for 1 pattern fabric and came away with 7 pattern fabrics. Was anyone surprised? No. No, you were not. You were not surprised. Would you mind doing me a favour? What? Can you come and hold this for me while I just cut this little bit because I'm running out of space.
Okay.
Don't move it.
No, I'm just gonna cut it. Oh, what you're gonna?
Well, it's a very thin denim, so it needs interfacing. You interfaced your handle, didn't you?
Just with the thin one.
Yeah, so I'm testing out a different type because I want to have all the information about like which
What
one
is
works.
this? This is
Filing.
Looks quite good.
Got it from Helices. But I would rather you use that one because your bag is being made with that one. Again, to test a theory. I was saying earlier how annoying I find it that they just put medium weight interfacing in their pattern. I think that's a little lazy. Mind you, I also mentioned that have also been spoilt by Erica. So
yeah. Erica's very specific and rightly so,
thorough
because she knows what will be best.
She tries all the different combinations.
Yeah.
The only ones she doesn't do is real leather. Because she just doesn't want to work with real leather, which is totally fine, fair enough. But yeah, I don't get to with the chat. Joker Clee says, I love it when a plan comes together. Yes. Yannick, budget? What budget? I get temporary amnesia. Joker Clee says, budget? What budget? We don't need no stinking budget. Lol. See, this is why I end up with £600 fabric hauls, because you guys encourage me. That was on that perfectly straight. How have you managed to make it so wonky?
Pass.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Darcy says, I'm very limited in my fabric purchasing this year since I'm saving money for a train trip to the Pacific Northwest to visit an old friend. What a good reason to have to save, though. Joker Clee says, and I wonder why my wife takes away my credit card whenever there's an online auction near me. Lol. What?
That was the other two.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's
too dark.
I just think for an entire, because mum's complaining that the bag doesn't have enough pockets, and so we're doing something else for hers because she contrary. You need two, so fold it in half. And then proceeds to want to make a bag out of a really dark, or a bag lining out of a really dark fabric that you're never going to see anything in. Bright orange, mother. Bright orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bivette says, Mood sales killed my budget this month. I cannot look on Mood because I really want all the stuff. Unique says, I've been doing so well with my no buy, and then, yeah. Ralph says, I live vicariously through your guys' fabric hauls. And Aaron says, good morning from Virginia. She's doing this again. I would have passed them to you. I'm done. Elena says, all plans and budgets are evil. Yes. Joker Clee says, is your mother channeling the neon gods of the 80s again?
Yeah.
It's a very nice orange jumper. It's actually a cashmere jumper that I accidentally shrank.
Yes.
And then
no, it's a good thing.
Got given to me, but now mum's shrunk as well. So, because for me, the arms were too short, so I never really wore it. I think I wore it twice. And
the arms are even too short for me.
Yeah.
But
where's her turtleneck underneath of it. And yeah. Apparently, having pop of colour at your wrists is actually a good thing. Yeah. So, yeah. MJB says, I spent all my budget on wool coating, so I now have to stick together 153 pages to make a coat. I have no more budget for A0 printing. Oh no. Good luck with that. Lena says, why don't you do a bag organizer with a gazillion pockets, one that fits in all bags? I mean,
exactly.
Damn it, Elena!
Good lady.
No.
Exactly. I'm going to design one.
There you go. You heard it here first. The trouble with that is it's not going to fit all bags. So, but yeah.
I'll do 3 sizes.
Cut that little bit. Yeah. Darcy says, I've been interested in getting to a bucket organizer for my gardening tools. Yeah, like the one you made for Dad.
Oh yeah, Dad loves it. I've got the pattern actually.
No, we'll do that for next week. But yeah. And Catherine says, hello all, hello. Joker Clee says, you know what's the nicest thing about this dress? It has pockets. Actually, this one does have pockets. I put pockets in this one because it's got a waistline band to have the pockets mounted to, so it works. Elena says, okay, most of the bags in use. Sorry, Elena. It's just really funny that you said that because that is something that Mum's been banging on at me about for a while. I don't need as many pockets in my bags as she does.
I like things organised.
She wants them in a specific place.
Where they are. Otherwise I lose stuff. Like yesterday, I couldn't get the key.
Yeah, and she rang the doorbell to make Dad get up out of his chair rather than knock on the door. Because the trouble with our house is there's like a central divide, and you can hear the doorbell in one half, and you can hear the knocking on the door in the other half. And I'm in the half where you can hear the knocking, and Dad's in the half where you can hear the doorbell. And so, like, the postie turned up the other day, and he rang the doorbell, and so Dad got up, came to the front door with his stick, so he's like, like opened it and took delivery, and then a parcel was going back, the fabric was going back, and they collected it from the door, which was lovely. And he then looked at me because I opened the door, because I heard him open the door, and he went, why didn't you answer the door? I was like, because I didn't hear it, they didn't knock. Sorry. But yeah, Mum came home last night in the rain, couldn't find her keys,
so rang the bell.
They rang the bell.
I didn't know whether you'd be up, down, or because if you're down here.
Well, you could do both.
Okay.
Then both of us would get up.
Yeah, that would be a bit annoying, wouldn't it? Annoy everybody.
It was peeing down with rain, although we do have a porch, so you weren't getting wet.
And I did find my key eventually.
Yes, you did. Just as Dad got to the door, she's like, opens it, she says, sorry.
But this is why I need a bag that I can find things in.
Why don't we make you a key holder?
Yeah, I will do that actually with this one.
So you need to cut a I don't have the right colour. Oh, maybe I have. Yeah, words of art. You need to cut a 30-inch strip of black by 1 inch.
30-inch by 1 inch.
Yeah.
Oh
God, don't do that. Joker Clee says, I'm going to need a bigger shed for my gardening tools, lol. I keep buying more tools at the local consignment auctions. Darcy says, any bag that doesn't fit the organisation tote is an evening bag. Nice. Elena says, like, this totally sounds like me. Erin says, 2024 is going to be the year of jeans. What's everyone's favourite jeans pattern? I've never made jeans. But the Dawn jeans from Megan Nielsen, Ginger jeans, Morgan jeans from Closet Core Patterns. I've heard good things about all of those, and I have both of the Closet Core Patterns. Joker Clee, Darcy says to Joker Clees, I don't have a shed. I'm waiting for a shed to appear. Catherine says to Aaron, I used to modify a ginger jeans pattern made up with boot cut. And Joker Clee says, well, that's a doggone Greek tragedy right there, Darcy. Lol. You guys do make me giggle. I'm
waiting for a shed to finish. It's only 3 years in the making.
Yeah. Once the shed's been done, does that mean the garden's going to get done?
Yes.
That'll be nice.
It will be lovely.
It looks like a reclamation yard at the moment.
Horrible.
Where's Dad going to put all of his stuff?
Room.
He plans on painting in that shed that he's made. You know that, right?
As well,
Yeah.
And plants. And yeah, it's going to do everything. It's
a TARDIS then, is it?
It's huge.
I mean, yeah, it does look big, but it's even got Mum's friend's old sliding fancy concertina type. No, they're not concertina. They're sliding doors, but she's got fancy doors in it and everything.
Proper glass.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been waffling at you for an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop waffling at you because I've got to help Mum sew a bag. That's the order of the day for today. Get that done. So
help all these lovely people tomorrow.
Yeah. I love the fact that you're going out.
Or hinder.
I love the fact that you're going out for dinner tomorrow. I mean, it didn't occur to me until this afternoon.
It didn't occur to me. When Susan said, will you want to collect me? I'm going to be in trouble.
I've bought you dinner.
I'll eat it soon.
No, you won't. I'll eat it. It'll be fine. It's the grazing platter, so a bit of extra for me won't be the worst thing in the world.
So that's not.
It's not like a proper sit down dinner again. I do just think it's hilarious. I was saying to Dad though, like your calendar, I don't know what you do to it. Mum was supposed to be coming for brunch with us the other day. She's like, no, I haven't got it in. I haven't got it in.
Week,
I was like, no. I have I have got I remember sitting with you and telling you and asking you and you saying yes to this, and she was like, yeah.
Following week, so
well, exactly. You put it in the right day. You put it in. I watched you put it in the right day.
Yeah.
And then you proceeded to lose it in your calendar, and the event that she was supposed to be going to came up a week later, and she was like, I've got brunch with you and Nicola in the diary. I was like, we went last week. You were invited. She was invited. But yeah, your calendar seems to eat all your stuff.
It eats all my time. It eats my stuff and it eats all my time.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing to your poor calendar, but it never puts it in the right place. It always just slightly moves it. Maybe it's trying to be like, no, this is what you should be doing with your life.
Yeah, it could be. Perhaps it's Siri trying to organise.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? That's you making noise. I thought it was the dog at the door for a minute.
No, it's me. It's me. Right, sorry. Started trying to say goodbye to you guys, and then just got distracted by tidying up. Where did I get to?
Right, that's those.
Jojo says, I can say that the CC ginger jeans are excellent. Darcy says, Aaron Jackson, I like the 1940s overall patterns. Also has pants that are very nice. Inari says, good morning, peeps. Just woke up. Carol, good morning, Inari. Carol says, ginger jeans. I also modified to boot cut. Currently making dawns. I know people who love Helen jeans. Joker Clee says, mine is Duluth Trading Company, lol, but I prefer straight leg and boot cut. Sarah says, Ash Jeans by Megan Nielsen is the stretch version of the Dawns, just 12 them and great fit. Ooh, good knowledge. Joker Clee says, I should have a 5-gallon pail of TARDIS blue outdoor paint delivered to your dad for the shed. Lol, yes. Although, no, everything in the background is black because it makes the plants pop. And it does. It looks very nice, doesn't it?
It does, actually. It works.
Mum was not convinced.
No.
But is now convinced.
I was a bit worried.
Caroline says, have a fabulous retreat all. Thank you. Elena says, remember to have fun. We will. Darcy says, I have a pair of low-rise jeans that I love because I don't have a torso. Oh, that's same with Nicola. Hers were low rise on me and then the high rise on her. And Ari says, give my regards to your mum. And Ari says, hi, mum.
Hi.
And Jojo says, bye. Bye all. Have a great week and a retreat, folks, and have a fabulous day on the island. I look forward to seeing all the bags. And Catherine says, Helen's closet jeans have excellent instructions. Thank you for all the jean recommendations, because I have not made any, so I would be useless at that. So thank you very much, Hive Mind. And yes, I will see you all. There will be a hangout next Sunday, I think. I'm going for breakfast at Fox Hills, and then we're going Sunday lunch at 3. So there may or may not be a hangout next week. I will keep you posted. If there is, it might be a very quick one. But yes, I will see you next week for, fingers crossed, the April lookbook on Wednesday. That's the plan. We shall see how that goes. Anyway, I shall see you, Debbie, at the retreat tomorrow.
Yay!
Exciting. Cool. All right, then. I'll see you all later. Bye.